If you're trying to hold on to your wealth, you need to learn how to do your own taxes. When I worked for the federal government in a minor blue collar position, I was surrounded by people who made dangerous and debilitating decisions and assumptions about taxes, poorly planned decisions, because they didn't understand taxes. They thought of taxes as nothing more than a burden. People complained, as they always will, about how poor people with kids got tons of money back in refunds while they had to pay money, thousands or hundreds, and they assumed that these people were scamming the system and getting free money. And somehow they refused to make the correlation between those people and corporations like Walmart or Amazon or Apple. Because it wasn't about the income. It's not about the income, mostly. It's about the tax credits and the deductions and the loopholes. And that's not really scamming. That's actual strategic and smart tax preparation. Now, yes, most people have other people doing their taxes for them, and that's okay. But until you know how to prepare your own taxes, or what deductions and credits you can claim and file, you're letting someone else decide how much your refund or your tax liability should be. So you need to know how to prepare your own taxes. Even if you don't do them, you need to know how to do them, um, if only to save money. Um, the amount of money that you spend on a tax preparer, once you learn how to do your own taxes, you will see that the person who's charging you $300 just because you own a home and you're not using a regular, you know what I mean? Like you're not filing an easy form. You know what I mean? Like your forms are self-explanatory. They come with instructions. There's only certain forms that you can file for certain things, and there's no reason why you don't know how to do this. Um, you need to learn how to file your own taxes, if only to understand how the government views your money, your income, your your assets and your liabilities, your losses and your gains. You need to understand how they're calculating up your tax liabilities and your refunds so that you can actually understand and not manipulate but plan throughout the year and spend throughout the year in order to increase your refunds and to lower your liabilities. Because if you knew that that coffee that you were taking with your business partner on Saturday mornings before a meeting was deductible, you would keep your receipts. You know what I mean? A $5 coffee might not seem like much, but 52 weeks out of a year, you see what I'm saying right now. Um, you also need to know how to prepare your own taxes because you're the only one who actually cares. You're the only one who actually cares about your tax credits, your deductions, your liabilities. Other people will do what they can, and a lot of people are doing their best, but they don't know. They don't know the ins and outs of your daily schedule, your routine, your expenses. Like they just see blanket W-2s or blanket 1099s. They're not looking for the ins and outs of what you do. Unless you are actually sitting down and having a long drawn out interview and conversation with your tax preparer with an entire um, folder filled with receipts, and they're going through and they're asking you questions about these things and they're putting it together in their mind. Well, this you can get a credit for this, or deduction you can get a deduction for, like, unless they're doing that, then they're not doing you the best service that they can do. And you need to know these things so that you can bring, even if you get somebody else to do your taxes, you need to be able to say, hey, I think I qualify for this deduction because that was for business. You know what I mean? Or I bought this uniform and that was for business, or whatever you were doing. And there's like 500 even more deductions that you can take, especially if you own your own business. Um, And lastly, the most important, not most important, but one of the more important reasons why you need to be able to learn how to do your own taxes is so that you can potentially have another stream of income. Like, I don't know your life. I don't know whether or not you might have an emergency around this January or February or March, and you might need to make another $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, offering your services as a tax preparer is something that you can always do if you know how to do it. That's literally how the game goes. Is you paying people because they know how to do it. There's no reason why you can't be the person getting paid. You don't have to do it, but it is important that you know how to do your taxes.